Hello, I'm Dr. JJ, Principal of East Campus.
And I'm Dr. Carrie Green, Principal of Central Campus. On this Veterans Day, we pause to honor the brave men and women who have selflessly served our nation. Their courage, dedication, and sacrifice have protected the freedoms we hold dear. Today, we express our deepest gratitude for all that they've done and continue to do, so we can live in a world of peace and opportunity.
On behalf of District 205, we thank every veteran, past and present. Your service inspires us all, and we stand in awe of the strength you have shown. You are the heart of this nation, and we will never forget the sacrifices you have made. District 205 salutes you today and every day.
My name is Bob Champlin, and I teach AP Physics 5 periods a day, first year and second year. I've been coaching probably 25 years of my teaching. I started coaching in the 90s, coached for 5 years then, and then I took a little break when my kids were little, and then I started coaching again, tennis, from about 2005 till the current time. This is my 32nd year here at Lockport, my final year. I'm retiring at the end of the school year. And started in 1993 at Central Campus when that was the junior-senior building years ago. And then I shifted over here back in 98. But I've primarily been teaching physics the whole time. Now I just teach AP Physics, the second year class and then the first year class. So while I was in college, as many students are, sometimes financially it's challenging in college, and I was trying to think of different ways that I could help pay for my education. We were tight with my dad lost his job, and so I was trying to think of different ways that I can serve without interfering too much with my education. So then I thought, when my dad served in the Army, he was in World War II, he served, and I thought, wow, and I always admired him for that. And so then I was thinking about what I could do to help cover funds, but also get through college. So I said, let me sign up for the reserves, Army Reserves, and went to Fort Leonard, which is down, it's called, that nickname is Fort Lost in the Woods, which is down in Missouri, and it's actually pretty lost in the woods. And it's not a whole lot of places to go from there. And I did my boot camp there, spent about 8 to 9 weeks there. And then from there, I served as a reservist every year. We go every 1 week in a month. And then we went to my second part of my training that was in, that was in New Jersey. And so that was my advanced training. Yeah, and so I did this while I was in college, and it was a great way to serve, also to help pay for my education, that was racking up bills with my family, and I wanted to contribute and help out. Education is expensive, and so by serving, you serve the country, but also they have programs, the GI Bill, loan repayment, that really cut down the cost of education. I would say my education was reduced by maybe a third the cost by the loan repayment program that the Army Reserve had at the time. And I'm sure it's even better nowadays. Well, I was a part of a school unit, which is kind of interesting. Now I'm a school teacher. But when I moved back to this area, I served in a school leadership. And so met a lot of people. And that might have been a part of the reason I wanted to get into, be back to a high school teacher again. Because at one time I taught, and then I stopped teaching for 4 years. And then while I was not teaching, I was part of the instructional company for the Army Reserve, and that got me thinking about teaching, and then I ended up, you know what, I want to teach again, and I'm very glad I did. Obviously, you teach something that you're good at, and I always am very interested in science, and I worked in a lab between my 2 teaching careers, I guess, and so that was what my skill set was, but I wanted to make a difference with young people, and I felt science was my area that I can do well, but be a teacher too. I do speak to some of my students about, the country that we live in and the freedoms that we have, and not to take it for granted. And obviously, that freedom is never free. People had to serve, battles were fought, people's lives were People lost members of their family. So I think that's important for students to recognize, and it's not all about me or all about myself. So in terms of serving, I think that is something that all the students should be aware of, and I don't think always students are aware of. I really appreciate too, by the way, is how often I'm thanked. It's even though I served between 85 and about 91, 92, that era, so that's quite a bit of time ago. But still, people say thank you for your service, which is very nice. And the students do the same thing. I think it's good for anyone to serve in some capacity. Serving others is important, whether it's in the military or even serving, in a hospital or wherever. I think it's important to serve others, so the young people realize that there's more out there than themselves, and I think that's important. So myself, I've been serving in other aspects. As a teacher, you're always serving in a sense, but coaching and various things, and so a club director, but even outside of school, in my church. So I think serving is important, and I think we should all maintain that kind of way we look at life.